Now, what's up, creepers? And here's Chris the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Got a little bit of a different vibe going on. What's up, kid? How was your day? My daughter just got home from school. Was it tiring today?
I didn't feel good all day.
Oh, go relax. Get some water and relax.
And my knees were not feeling good.
Well, that's the weather.
They're all stiff.
That's the weather. Ibuprofen and ice. Can you even hear the guitar? I don't have it up too loud. I don't have it up too loud today. Look at this. People are already popping off in here. Holy shit. Hold on. Man, I haven't seen you in a while, Upton. Ups Vlog. Intellivision Gamer, what's up, buddy? Dude, Intellivision Day. Will you be playing a game or two? No. Well, maybe. Maybe I'll pull it out in a little bit, but not on here anyway. Instead, I got an unboxing, unbagging. I don't know if you want to call it whatever. I got some mail today, and there is some Intellivision-related stuff in it. Not to mention, I will also be on live with DJC and hopefully a few other people tonight. I believe it's at 9:30 on Chuck's channel, DJC something Game Studios. What is he? The Devastating Just Cause. That's what it is. Talking about the Intellivision Sprint. He said we're going to be talking about our favorite Intellivision games and maybe some homebrews and stuff, which I only own. I own like one and one broken one. Jawbreaker is one that never worked, and Sequest, I believe it's called, is the other one. It's the Sea Venture Intellivision homebrew. So we'll be doing that tonight, absolutely. Hello, man. How are you doing, Atari Undertaker? How are you doing? I'm doing well. Don't get too used to calling me Atari Creep, though. In about 5 days, that's going out the door. Going right out the door. I might just keep the channel called that, only, keep that, but everything else will be rebranded. It was started with this guy here. So don't get too used to calling me that anymore. Violation Entertainment popping in. What's going on, buddy? Intellivision Gamer says, I'll be there with you, sir. Rock and roll, man. It's going to be a great fucking stream. Even though I'm not much of an Intellivision guy. I do like Intellivision, but, there's a lot of full games that are free. I downloaded... no, I'm sorry. I went to a page. Let me see if I can find it in my... in here. Intellivision ROMs, I kept it as... just Intellivision.us. There's a handful of games on here for sale that I was told. But, oh shit, did I lose you guys? I hope I didn't just fucking lose you guys. I left the screen altogether. Hold on, am I still streaming? I hope I am. Whatever. You guys will tell me. You guys will tell me in the comments. Actually, I got a thing going over here. But yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. Hope you're doing well, Grandpa. All right, kid. All right. Enough with the fucking weirdo names, please. For fuck's sake. You will always be the Atari Creep to me. It's been 14 years. No. I started in 2013. This month. And yeah, 2013. Absolutely. And because of other things that, I don't know how to describe it. It's like every time I try to do something under the Atari Creep name, Atari fucking shuts it down. Whether it's t-shirts or... I'm surprised they didn't go after my... I owe you a bag, by the way. I owe you a bag. I'm going to after this, I'm walking down the Shaws anyhow, so... Okay, kid. Popcorn. We share a big box of microwave popcorn, and we eat quite a bit of it, despite having no teeth. But okay, so you do hear it. Good, good. It doesn't have to be loud or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I'm getting tired of the name Atari Creep. I know it's been around for a long time, and it's what I started the channel as, but I would like to do a lot of other things where Atari can't go after me. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. So we have actually, you know what? Let me go grab something else because I think it deserves recognition just as much. Let me unplug the guitar and grab something before we open this package. So over the course of the past handful of days, our buddy, Mr. Alex Valentine, also known as Captain Obvious, he got that name by me because in the early days of him watching the Atari Creep, soon to not be anymore, every time I would get like defeated or die in a game, he would just write, "You died." That's it. That's all I would ever get from this guy. And he turned out to be a really, really, really good friend. But he's been sending me a lot of guitar stuff lately. And I just got the last of 4 fucking packages. And this isn't related to anything that we're doing here. But he sent me the Seymour Duncan pickup, which is a top brand. It's called the P-Rail. It's kind of a 3-in-1 kind of situation. You have your standard humbucker. And you also have a single coil. And you have a P90, which is like a single coil, but real fat and just beefy and meaty. And he sent that along. It's probably going to go in the purple guitar. And just a bunch of components for it, like a 3-way selector switch, a new potentiometer. I got some capacitors here, some orange drops. There's a couple of output jacks in here. So I guess he really wanted to spearhead me getting this into that purple Telecaster, or Esquire, I should say. And today, I got this today. It's a set of pickups. It's 2 of them. And I still don't quite know why these ones in particular were sent to me, because I don't have anything to put them in. With the other guitar pickup, I know where he got the idea from. Me. I was like, oh, I would like to do this. And sometimes he listens, and shit will show up at the door, and I do have to be careful about stuff like that. But these are humbucker-sized pickups. But it's wired like it's built like a P90 single coil by itself. It's not quite a P90, but it's built in that kind of a construction, and it's made so that you can put it in a guitar with the humbucker routing without modifying your instrument. So I don't know if there is a project on the way that these are going to go into, or if it was just a. You know what, just for shits and giggles, I'll send this to them. Maybe they were on sale, I don't know. But just to let people... This large one here is the humbucker, and these are called single coils. And the reason the humbucker exists is because these single coils have this thing called a 60-cycle hum. And you can't get away from it unless you put a noise gate on your setup, which I do have one. I just never put it on here. So what they did is they took 2 of the single coils and they wired them, I think in series or in parallel. I can't remember. But either way, it kind of bucks the hum, it stops it. So that's what I mean by humbucker. It's just a larger pickup. And a P90 is a little wider and slightly narrower. But a lot of people like that P90 sound, so they came up with a P90 style pickup in this size. So that's what those are. So everyone thank Alex. We got a whole bunch of guitar projects coming up on my side page, my vlog page, the Creepy Crawl. You should be able to find the link down below if you're interested in that kind of a thing. It's more of a vlog channel that I don't really vlog a lot on, but we do a lot of guitar stuff, I'm the Intellivision Gamer, and that's theirs as well. I know. I don't think they care as much about that just yet. So if you have t-shirts and stuff out there, I don't think it'll get flagged too much, because I do have some pseudo Intellivision t-shirts up there. I have the Blowfish guy. I think the T-shirt's the Atari Puff or something like that, or the Puff Creep or something like that. It was a picture from when they announced Shark for the Amico, and they showed the trailer. There was just this terrified look on the dude's face. If you go back to my reaction to that very trailer, I paused it and fucking cracked up forever. And it became like a little thing in the circles for, a short amount of time. So I made a T-shirt of that. And I hope it's still up there. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's not. And I don't care either way. But like some in television things sneak by, I'm on TeePublic. I'm not going to print shirts and do all that. Let's see. Did you ever look into the Soldier Boy stuff? That was funny as fuck. Yeah, I watched everybody else picking on him. I especially loved when he announced that he owned Atari. I came out and made my own version of that, but I think I said I owned Nintendo or something like that. And I did it all excited like he did with the single, But I didn't look into it as far as like a video concept, nor did I fucking order any of that shit. But that was some fun shit. That was really funny. There was a couple of casts that really did well, where Re-Res did a great little series of it. I think Arcade USA, or Review Tech USA, I should say, did a few things. But, yeah, that shit was fun. He was a CEO of Atari for about 3 days. The dude bought a bunch of useless coin. Remember when Atari tried to do the crypto nonsense? I own Atari. It's mine. No, I'm good. In television, I remember that. The pufferfish. That dude was funny, man. He just had this look. He's like, fucking shark. Ah! So, oh my goodness. What a great times, right? Great times. So I'm going to put the guitar down one more time. And we're going to get to opening this package. And maybe we can sneak in a game. Maybe we'll try to sneak in a game. I do have the controller right here. But I'm going to be moving all this stuff into the studio later on. Let me just turn my amp off so I don't have to hear it humming in the background because nothing's plugged into it. So this package, I know what's in this for the most part. He said he threw a few extras in there. A buddy of mine on Facebook named Victor. I'm not going to say anything more. Victor, if you watch this, whatever, you want to take the credit down below, by all means. I will pin your comment. But thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. Victor reached out to me and said, look, hey, Creep, I got a bunch of stuff here. Extras and doubles. And I'm just curious if you need any of it. I'll just send it up to you. So he sent me a number of pictures, and there's really only a few things in there that I really cared to take. If I remember correctly, it was one Atari game and 2 boxed in television games. Happy birthday in television, by the way. And then he said he threw some extras in there, so I really don't know what else is in here. So let me, well, I can't do it individually. It's all packed up nicely here. Let me cut this. Oh no, so dangerously close to the box. Oh no. We'll just do it that way. And then I'll rip it open. Actually, you know what? Victor. Oh my goodness gracious, my friend. I think he sent me something I sent him a while back. That's all right, man. His heart was in the right place. This guy, he's a really good dude. I remember one day he just randomly said, hey, I was at a convention or something, and I saw this Mandalorian thing. I'm building a Mandalorian kit. I paused on it for a little while. But we'll get back into it. I need a new helmet, and I don't have my printer's down, and I don't have the money to have a new helmet printed for me to customize to my specs. The one I have is just too close to my nose, and I've tried everything, pads in different places, and it was just one of those helmets I got and didn't really think too much about size and stuff. It just said it would fit an adult head, and apparently my fucking schnoz is a little weird. All right, so this is fun, and I'll tell you why this is fun. It's a magnet, because I make these. In fact, I know for a fact this is one that I made. I wonder if he just forgot that I had sent him this with a few other things in the past. And he was like, you know, I think Creep would like this because he's a Jason fan. But as a matter of fact, the fucking mold. The mold is still right behind me. So, ironically, yeah, this is the one that's made out of the air dry clay. Some of them are actually hot glue. But it's a Jason Voorhees magnet that I had made back in the day. We have a couple of these on my fridge. But, fucking Victor. What a fun dude. So it looks like we have some cards here. Let's see, the Boogeyman Michael Myers. That's pretty cool. And then we have Shadow Myers. And it's got a little thing on the back. You know, I'm not going to read them all. We got Laurie Strode looking all fucking furious. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We got Dr. Samuel Loomis. I shot him 6 times. Fucking love it. Phillips Jr.? I don't know who the fuck this is. Vital information. A wrench-turning gearhead. His entire life. Is this all from the game? Wasn't there a Halloween game that came out similar to, what do you call it? The Friday the 13th one? I'm not familiar with these characters here. Mr. F? No idea. No idea, but he looks like the type of guy I would have over for supper. Sure, why not? Then we have an Overlord. Oh my god. These are fucking going in a direction I've never seen Halloween go. And Halloween as a franchise has gone in some pretty fucking weird places. Holy shit. And then we got Judith Spirit. What? She came home, it says. Judith, if you don't remember, is the sister that Michael Myers takes out when he's a little kid. Starts the whole thing, you know? So there you go. We got some Michael Myers cards. I'm going to have to look into these and figure out who the fuck all these characters are that I don't recognize. But, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. The Boogeyman. You can't kill the Boogeyman. We got an Atari Age sticker. We have an Intellivision. Oh, is this a catalog book? I don't think I have any of the Intellivision ones. I have plenty of the Atari ones. But yeah, this is a catalog book saying, hey, buy more shit with our brand on it. What is this game? Oh, it's Astro Smash. Doesn't look anything like Astro Smash. So this must be an early book. Reserve all rights, blah, 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 blah. Mattel Electronics, trademark and designs and licenses. I'm not seeing it. Oh, 1981. Okay. So it wasn't too early. Because it officially launched in 80. Is that correct? It was tested in 79, but officially launched in 80. The Space Battle. And we have checkers and electronic. Oh, the Electric Company Math Fun. I used to love the Electric Company, man. What a fun way to spend your day learning. Auto Racing. I think I have that cartridge, but it would not fire up. I can't remember. Is it a good game or not? Tell me, Casey. Is it boxing? Awesome. Sea Battle. Horse Racing, which is a staple on a few of you guys' channels. And we got Vegas Roulette and Armor Battle. Just pretty cool stuff. We're not going through the whole thing. Space Armada. Fun game, fun game. Congested, but fun. Snafu. I think I played Snafu 3 times in my entire life. Triple Action. And the Electric Company Word Fun. And Television Game Club. That's a pretty cool looking patch, if that's what that is. Right here. That's fucking rad. Look at all these cats having a good time. Look at that. Back in 1981, this was the shit. Is this the Yar's Revenge comic book? I don't have the comic book. I do. Well, I've had it in the past, but oh, that's rad. Maybe we'll read this one day on the channel as a video. If you go back, there is a video I did on their Yar's Revenge record. And you get to hear the whole story of Yar's Revenge. And then the fucking stupid song at the end. But this is great. Thank you, dude. Wow. I'm gonna have to put that with the game itself. We got a couple of Sword Quest books. Oh, looks like we have nope. We have two of them. We have Sword Quest 1 and 2. I don't know if I've ever owned these. I've always had the cartridges. But I've never had the comics. I've never cared enough about the Sword Quest thing. But that's rad. Thank you, man. DC didn't give a fuck. They put their name on anything that needed to be a comic book, didn't they? They took a lot of fucking chances. They took a lot of risks back in the day. And last but not least, Atari Force comic. I do believe I have a couple of these, but you can never have enough. Where is it? You remember when Atari wanted to do hotels? That's what I always thought of. That right there is what I always thought of when I saw those. And I'm kind of bummed out that that didn't become a thing. I knew it was never, ever, ever, never going to become a fucking thing. But it is what it is. All right, so we are on to the games. There are only 3 here. 1 Atari and 2 Intellivision. And I'll say the Intellivision games I already had, but I didn't have them boxed. So I'm glad I got these. So I'm going to put them on the shelf with my box stuff and then put aside the loose ones. Because I'm putting together a couple of prize packs and stuff for next year's Alzheimer's. I'm trying to come up with a custom Intellivision console. But the one I bought for it, just we took it apart the other day and I can't figure it out. I even took the multimedia to it. I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't fucking want to work anymore, you know? Let's see. What do we got going on here? You probably didn't know this, but I'm a real-life race car, or I was for a few decades. Were you really? Did you really race cars? That's rad, dude. Hey, Howard, what's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. I love auto racing. Okay, cool. Does it have the same controls as like RC Pro-Am and stuff like that, where you don't just go right, left, you literally have to follow the direction in which... I suppose with the Intellivision controller that would work a lot better, but you can make Voorhees Christmas cookies. Just little ones. Little ones. I think it was supposed to be an ice cube tray, but I made little magnets out of it. You probably didn't know this, but I'm a real life racer. Or I was a few decades. Like in cars? Race car driver. Okay, yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Typos are fun. Snafu is great. I guess. It's one of those games where I'm just kind of like, eh. Let's see. Carts up to a national level. Okay. Race lower level, local NASCAR as well. Did you fucking really? I got a buddy of mine up in Canada. His name's Mike. A lot of you who've been around might recognize the name Irmo Custom Models. That's him. And he loves NASCAR. Fucking loves it. I can't get into... Like, going to see races is fun. But I never really could get into it. I could never really get into it. I had a girlfriend when I was in Arizona that whenever they were at the track there in Goodyear, I can't remember what the name of it, Arizona International Race something or other, I don't know. Or Phoenix International something. She had a security detail just out of nowhere. And she would work the whole weekend and come home with like $700. It was actually pretty nice for her because it would happen shortly before like birthdays or Christmas. But yeah, it's pretty cool. The Atari catalogs are cool too. Oh, absolutely. I got a few of them. Race car driver, typos. Don't worry about typos. Ooh, lots of those Tita games were great for 2 or more players. Absolutely, man. Television Gamer says there are 2 versions of auto racing. One control sucks, and one is great. I wonder which one I have. I won't know because it doesn't fire up, to my knowledge, anyway. Maybe we'll try it again. All right, so as far as games are concerned, like I said, we only have 3 here. The first one is Final Approach from Apollo. I don't think it's really worth too much. Just one of those games that I just saw a hole and said, yeah, I'll take that. Not the greatest label, but I don't ever really concern myself with any of that. The first boxed Intellivision game, oh, it's complete, holy shit, is Space Battle. We got Space Battle. Like I said, I have the game. Ooh, that card is minty. Minty, minty, minty. I have the game. It's just I didn't have the box, so I figured I'd take advantage of that and get another box on the shelf because it just looks nice, right? And then I'll put the other cartridge up in a pile for giveaways or something, you know? And the other one is a game I can't seem to get my mind around. This is a Flapperson. See, we do have the manual. We do have, well, the paper that went between the overlays. And the cartridge. Can I have the cartridge, please? May I have the cartridge, please? Can I have the cartridge, please? You know what? I'm just going to go, I'm going to go in the outdoor. Star Strike. Star Strike. I probably showed that to you already. So, all right, let me close this up. And I believe the white labels were later on, right? They were like later on before INTV took over or something like that. You guys tell me. That's pretty nice. I don't think I've ever had the paper that went between the inlays. Oh my God, with the fucking phone. Excuse me 1 second while I hang up on them. All right. I don't know why she insists on keeping a fucking landline. It drives me nuts. But yeah, this is definitely a later one because it was a black and white printed manual. But there you go. That's everything in the box. That's everything in the box. I hope whoever that was took that hint and doesn't call fucking back. Because until 1 o'clock, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I didn't recognize the name. Oh, well. So there you go. Victor, if you're watching, buddy, thank you so much, man. I genuinely appreciate you reaching out and even asking. I mean, he had a whole bunch of other stuff, a lot of Atari and Intellivision cartridges, but nothing, oh, excuse me, nothing too pressing, nothing too crazy as far as, you know, that's concerned, and nothing I truly actually needed, so, this is fucking funny. I feel bad even mentioning it because it's like people gift things, right? And it's like from their heart. Sometimes it's just to get shit out of the house. I understand that, but this fucking thing. I got a handful of those still too. Looks like it yellowed over a little. That's great. I use nail polish clear, acrylic clear on those because I knew they would yellow over time, and it just adds to the aesthetic of the whole dealio. Let me get the guitar back on my person here. But what is your favorite item out of all of that? Oh, everything has to be fucking plugged in. I don't like that. I wish things didn't have to be plugged in or turned on or need power. Unlimited power. Pretty rad stuff. Space Battle. Right on, man. Nothing wrong with Space Battle. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with any of it, you know? Even games that suck, some people like them, you know? Somebody got that game, is like, fuck, this is all I got. Not that specific one, but whatever game sucks, you know? I didn't have a lot of games growing up. I played a lot of games, either at my friend's house, or borrowed them, or rented them. But I didn't have a lot of games growing up. So even if the game wasn't all that great, I enjoyed it. Can't gallop today to save my life. All right, let's see, what do we got here? David Harley made Battlestar Galactica Space Battle, and it's much better. Is it kind of like the same game? But no, that was a Star Wars one. That someone made that into a Star Wars game, didn't they? I remember playing Vectron. It took me about 2 hours to figure out how to play it. The controls are very backwards. I've never played it. I've seen it. I've popped it in. I can't seem to make fucking heads or tails of that game. Oh my god. If it's the one I'm thinking of with the big V and the fucking shit going around the diamond or whatever it is, what a nightmare. Battlestar Galactica Space Battle. It's much better. I'll have to try to check that out. I'm assuming it's a homebrew ROM. Anyone else get their Sprint? I know Intellivision Gamer got theirs because they uploaded a video of which I have watched and enjoyed. In fact, you know what? Do me a favor. Have you tried your Pi RTO2 or whatever in it? I know you can use a USB. But I'm curious if that flash cart would work in the Sprint. I can't imagine it wouldn't. But have you tried that? I don't remember seeing it in the video, and I think that's the comment I left. But yeah. What's everybody up to today? I don't really feel like playing games. In fact, we probably won't be on much longer. The daughter came in not feeling well. I'm going to double check and make sure she's doing okay. So we might sign off here in a few minutes. I hate to do it to you, but I really got nothing going on today. Aside from I'm going to walk down to Shaw's. It's a grocery store around here. And I got to go to CVS and pick up some medication. But aside from that, I got nothing going on until tonight at, I believe, 9:30 over at DJC Game fucking Studios. I'll be on his channel tonight along with the rad Casey over here, the man with the master plan, his fucking finger on the pulse of Intellivision at all times. I mean, the dude got the fucking unbox one at the show. And he got to load ROMs and everything on it. Good shit. Really good shit. Oh my god, with the fucking phone already. It's probably the same person. Probably the same person. Hold on. No, it's different. This one's scam. They're all scam. That's all we ever get on there is scam. And if I have time, I will sit there and fuck with them. In fact, again, there is a video on this channel of me fucking around with one of those telemarketers, or I mean those scam guys. You know, the cops are going to be outside your door, and they're going to get you. They're coming to get you. So I fucked with him. And then I screwed up and said the wrong name at one point. And he's like, wait a minute, did you say your name was this? And then it turned into I fuck your mama. I fuck your mama. I put that in her butt. And then I just started insulting him, and then eventually we just hang up or whatever. But I wasted so much of that dude's time. And you didn't even see half of it. I said, you know what, I'm on a roll here. And I just picked up the phone and started recording. It was actually really fun. I need to look up that Yars song, dude. Oh my God. Oh, God be with you. Just look up the whole thing, the whole record. You get to hear the story of them, and then the music kind of just flows into it. It's awful. It's absolutely awful, but in a fun kind of way. I remember as a kid being like, yeah, this is the shit. I'll check that one out on Television Gamer. Battlestar Galactica, a Space Battle. Heck yeah. What I really want is I want to play the Buck Rogers game that they just came out with. Someone came out with a Buck Rogers, and I don't think I have Yars Revenge. Do I have Yars Revenge? I might. I'll have to check it out. I got a phone call from The wife, sorry if I missed anything. The only thing I said was I had mentioned your video unboxing and your detailed discussion about your new Sprint. And I was asking if anyone else got theirs. But have you tried the RTO in yours, the Pi RTO 2 or whatever it is? The same thing that I got. I know you can load ROMs onto it with a USB. But if I could... But if that'll work in that, I mean, I won't have to use a USB stick. But I don't know if you've ever confirmed that whether or not one of those work inside the Sprint. Maybe we can discuss that tonight. This one doesn't take cards. Oh, that's right. What the fuck am I thinking? I'm the one who was complaining about people complaining it doesn't take cards. Why am I... Game's over. What the fuck? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just ROMs on a USB stick. Thank you, man. Fucking, I feel... You know what? I don't feel stupid because I'm a knucklehead and I accept it. I forget things. My brain... I made a whole video. Called, Are You Fucking Ever Happy? You know? Talking about, I don't care, it doesn't have a cartridge thing. I did know. I made a whole stink about it. About the people complaining that it didn't have one. And here I am like, I want to put my cartridge in it. Yes, everyone point and laugh. Everyone point and fucking laugh. Be like, fucking creep. You're a douchebag. Get with it, kid. Get with it. There we go. That's better. Now the question is, do I leave that comment on your video? Maybe I could lie and be like, I meant the list of games I had on there so I could transfer them onto my computer and then put them on. I've been playing one a lot lately. Metallica's one. I think that's pretty cool. Take some kind of media, right, that you can load more ROMs. Yeah, you can just put a bunch of ROMs on a fucking stick, and I have a Transformers one over there, ready for it. But maybe that's exactly what I'll do. I'll just fucking load my USB stick in here, or my USB. Fucking god damn it! I haven't smoked anything today. I promise. I don't even have any. I will load the SD card that I have on my RTO flash. Oh, wait a minute. Will it take bin files? I even stayed home from work today for a television day and my Sprint video. Dude, yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Totally. But I've been playing, I don't know why I've been playing Metallica 1, you know. That one there. I'm playing it. Something like that. I don't know why I've been playing that a lot lately, and I haven't even been putting this on clean. ROM, bin, configure, or, oh, okay. All right, so I can literally just transfer everything from my RTO to the flash card. I don't have to worry about going after fucking lists, because the list that you had multiple, some games, and that's one of the complaints I have about my list of games for Stella on here, from Atari age, like Galaxian. There's like 8 of them on there. I don't fucking know. One has no sound. That's the only difference I've been able to find. Some of them PAL. I don't know. Some say prototype, but it's the same fucking game. So I don't know if they just dumped ROMs from cartridges. Like, you can buy the prototype cartridges. They come up all the time. It's literally just like a Sometimes it's an EEPROM that you can reflash or whatever. That's why they'll have the tape over the chip there, the chipset. Or the pack, I should say. But, okay, cool. Transfer all those files to the root directory of a USB stick. Yeah, easy money. I can do that. I'll get my transformer stick out there, and every time I stick it into the unit, when I get one, it'll go, play some in television today. Do. I can't fucking believe I did that. The cartridge slot. Wow, what a fucking idiot. What a fucking douchebag. Get the fuck out of here. Why are you even on YouTube, Chris? Why are you even on YouTube? What do you know? I do know that transferring all those files to the root directory of my USB stick will work. But, yeah. God damn it. You ever been embarrassed about something and just kind of lingers like a bad cup of coffee? This is one of those fucking moments. One of those moments. But if you're a member of the Creep Collective, and I swear to Christ, this has nothing to do with trying to get members. But I uploaded a video today we've talked about it over the past couple of streams. Pat Contry, I guess, got his hands on You Punch Yourself. I know I did. What the fuck? Has anyone... I'm sure other people have done it, but... But he uploaded a video talking about at one of the conventions that he got to hold one of the developers units, the one that just sold for like $2,000. Who fucking owns that? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was that fucking stupid frog dude. Can't stand him. He was an intrusive fucking douche. Thought he was a fucking journalist. Instead, he was just like, he was like crabs. You know, every time you thought you got rid of him, there he is, itching your balls again. They claimed racist fucking things against me. I don't know. Whatever. But Pat discussed his experience with that. I guess he didn't get to play it, but... So I thought it would be fun to have mine right here, readily available. And even though I know the two units probably aren't too close, I mean, they're similar. But, like, that was a real early one that was probably just cobbled together and sent out to some dudes like, yeah, I'll develop games for this. One of the controllers was fucking 3D printed and all that. And I noticed that's the only one he really focused on. He didn't focus on the one that was closer to production, but maybe he did and he just didn't show the picture. I don't know. But I thought it'd be fun to sit there and see how far he went to pick on it, or if he was realistic with his, you know, his comments. And if there was anything about it he actually liked. And I took it straight. I didn't really fuck around. I didn't use it as an opportunity to make fun of Pat or insult them or anything like that. I did it as a straight, hey, okay, so he says this is how I feel about that with mine, you know? So it really isn't anything crazy, and there's no new information in that you really don't know already. So it's not like hiding something behind a paywall. But if someone wants to pay the $1 a month just to watch it and maybe use it to make a video, I'm fine with it. Don't let the paywall scare you. But don't use it as an opportunity to join the Creep Collective. It was just an early holiday gift for a bunch of people who are willing to throw $1 at me every month for almost nothing extra. I am so slow when it comes to adding things. And then sometimes I'll make videos go live that I meant to give to you guys like for like a day or so early. I'm just bad with that shit. But I still have it up there for giveaways and stuff as I start getting back into the swing of things. I know I've been saying that for a little bit, but my health has just been doing this past fucking year. It's been a nightmare. But I think we're on track. Cartridge slot. Fucking asshole. Oh my god. Pat's Brillo hair protects him from any and all incoming. I think I made a comment about his hair. I think I said something about I've never been able to trust anyone with that kind of hair. It's true, like in person anyway. Anyone who's had that kind of hair around me has either been a self-centered douchebag or they've just been like, you just can't trust them. That's got nothing. I mean, if you all have hair like that, I'm not saying that's about you. I'm just saying in my experience, and I used it to make a quick little. Like I said, we didn't go too nuts and stuff like that. Of course, I picked on him a little bit. Like there was one part where Ian's back chair was going, and I made comment that he just gets so worked up over it. And it's like, simmer down, simmer down. And then someone's going to come in, well, it's a condition he has. Fuck you, I got all kinds of mental health conditions. I'll say what the fuck I want about who the fuck I want. I don't give a fuck. But no, I didn't use it as an opportunity to, I did it somewhat professional, But I wanted to get something out to the Creep Collective, something that's just theirs. That was kind of a big deal. And I promised to never talk about the console unless specific questions come up on the occasion. But unless it's big news, I'm not making a dedicated video on the fucking thing. Absolutely not. Only because it just brings out the dickheads, and the dickheads are finally kind of gone, Some of them may be in the background lurking around with their hands on their dick. But for the most part, they're gone. And there's really only a couple of people who still make videos for it, like No Swear Gamer. And he's the last person I would think on this planet who would get into gossip fucking videos. His channel is such a great resource, and he is such an amazing human being. But whenever that fucking thing pops up, and I see, not in television gamer, and it's always reaching. It's always a reaching video, Let's see how many they've sold this week in games. It's like, I don't even think people who give a fuck about it give a fuck about it. Honestly, the people who want it, they got it. The people who don't want it have left it alone. And I understand the money situation. Believe me, I do. And I've called them out on that a few times. Just fucking pay these people back. But what can you do? But I wanted to give you guys something. I wanted to give the Creep Collective just a little something special, since I haven't really been too attentive to them. All right, what do we got going on here? What do we got? I sent you the link to all the cool free games on Messenger. Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I got a folder ready for all that, too. I got a folder ready for all of that. Ian was busy turning Chuck's coal into diamonds. Yeah, I guess. Let's not turn this into let's pick on Pat and Ian. I ignore them. I don't watch their shit. And I'll be honest with you, I'm good with them not giving a fuck about me, nor the people who watch them, because they're it's like mob mentality with some of these channels. I went to this one channel and this guy was talking about a playset. I'm not going to say his name, and it has nothing to do with Pat and Ian. But he was talking about, there's a Wayne Manor playset that I have for my my Remco Mini Monsters. They're Star Wars scale, 3 3/4 scale, Universal Monster toys. If you've never had them, it's my favorite toy line ever. And I saw somebody display theirs with it, and I'm like, the Wayne Manor, that's fucking brilliant. So I found a gray one. They have a couple different colors. There's one's like gray and purple. There's one that's like a mustard color. But I found a gray one for like $3. It was missing like the skylight window on the top. Who gives a shit? And some of the accessories on the inside. But when you open up this playset, we have a video here on it. You have the Wayne Manor, and then you have like the Bat Cave, and then you have some kind of like an industrial thing. So you fold it out into this 3 or 4 tier thing on this one little plastic playset. And it's got all this toyetic playability. And this guy was just like, it's so stupid. Why would you have the car next to the living room and all that? And he's going off on it. And I was just like, bro, what are you talking about, man? This is a wicked fun playset. Look at everything you could do with it. Especially if you like making dioramas. There's one section that could be an alien set, could be a Terminator set, or it could just be a future, like laboratory, whatever set. And him and his fucking cronies, all this, just fucking flocked to me in that one comment section. And it was right around that time I had a video with this on it. It was this all coming from a guy with his middle finger up in his thumbnail. I was like, what? What are you talking about? I'm just telling you that the playset's fun. I don't know why you're just picking on it. Fucking all of his followers just mobbed on me like a fly to a pile of shit, which is a great analogy, to be honest with you. So Ian was busy. Okay. Nice and telly. Creep, you lucky. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I am very lucky and blessed is what I am. I don't think luck has anything to do with it. I think it's blessings. I'll take blessings before I'll take luck. I'm grateful, too. I'm grateful. I mean, I'm grateful to have these 3 games that we just got in the comic books and all that. I'm grateful for the fucking guitar stuff that I got. I'm grateful to have this, which was my childhood guitar. Not the very one, but the exact clone of it, you know? Same year and everything. I'm just grateful. I mean, I got a house. Or I got a roof, I should say. I got food in my belly. I'm going to be walking to the store to get some more. I got a phone. I got a few good friends. Unfortunately, none of them live anywhere near me. That's some King Diamond shit right there. Andy LaRogue, man, he's got a signature guitar out that's pretty cool. With ESP. All right, let me see if I missed anything. I sent you a link. Okay, I got that. Ian busy. Creep, you lucky. What did you get in the mail today? I'll show you again here before we sign out, Alan. What's up, man? Thanks for popping in, by the way. I didn't see you sneaking in there, my friend. I got a couple games, some manuals, some comic books, and something that I sent them a long time ago. Something I made. You must not have liked it. I hate the haters. It's not that I hate them. But when the Amico was fresh and everything, it was a different breed of hate. It was incessive. Like, people were getting doxxed. People's jobs were getting called, especially by that fucking frog cocksucker. Like, people's wives were getting fucking calls. I'm telling you right now, if anyone called my wife or showed up at my fucking house or called my work, I'm friends with law enforcement still. I'm retired, but I'm fucking friends. And I have access to information that a lot of people don't. And I'll tell you this right fucking now. Anyone ever called my work, bothered my family, or showed up? Well, if you show up, you're gonna become a permanent fucking resident. Because I'm just going to conclude that you're there for nefarious reasons. And there's certain phrases you can use, like pre-fight indicators, you know? I noticed some pre-fight indicators, so I use minimal force to protect all the parties involved. But people were just going way too far with it over a fucking game console and a few bucks here and there, you know? It's not that I hate them. I'm not allowed to hate them, you know, according to my faith. I hate their behavior, and I fucking hate that mentality, that behind-them-screen mentality. Whatever. Did you have the serial killer figurines from Fry, the parody breakfast cereal mascots as serial killers? No. I used to have, there was a set of cards in the 90s called Bloody Visions. I had the first 2 series. I had printing 2 of the first and printing 1 of the second. And I had them all in a binder. I had those, but I don't really glorify like real serial killers and shit like that anymore. I don't know why I was super fascinated by it when I was a young man. I had a Charlie shirt, and it said "Charlie Don't Ride" on the back. One of the most famous shirts. It's like almost like a not silhouette, but like just the shadows and highlights of the face. Everybody had that shirt, but theirs always said "Charlie Don't Ride" or "Surf." Mine said "Charlie Don't Ride." I don't know, but I never really got into any of that crap. Afterwards, I did my senior paper on Ed Gein, but he's not technically a serial killer. He's only known to kill 2 people plus maybe his brother. So he was more of a grave robber and just a fucking a very unique interior decorator. There was a really disgusting miniseries that just came out about him. Disgusting. Fuck whoever wrote that, directed it, and all that crap. But Alan's all, Hey, what's going on, Uncon? What is up? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a recap of everything that I've gotten today. And then I'm going to continue trying to watch videos of people enjoying their sprint. I've only seen 2 videos so far. John Hancockle, which I'm not subscribed to, and Casey, who's in the room right now. So let me take a sip of my coffee. We'll go over everything that we've unboxed or unbagged today, and then I will wish you a to do whatever. What the fuck? I'll say bye. I'll say bye, and I'll make sure to remember there's no cartridge put on the Intellivision brisk walk. I'm gonna fuck with it. That's just how it is. So you guys are gonna have to fucking get used to that. In fact, I'm gonna start learning foreign words for how to run and walk and all that, and start doing that. All right, so we have an Atari Age sticker. We have a bunch of Halloween trading cards with the man himself. You know, and you got a sexy Lori. Oh my god. I don't think she was all that sexy in that movie. She was very plain Jane, which is fine. I don't think she really hit her sexy stride until a little bit later on. Jamie Lee Curtis, that is. We got an Apollo game, Final Approach. Didn't have that one in the collection. I have an Intellivision catalog of games to come of 1981. I got 2 of the Sequest comic books, along with the Yaz Revenge comic, and another copy of Atari Force, which is fine because you can never have enough Atari Force in your life. And you could take that to the bank. I got a box copy of Sea Battle, Space Battle. It's a battle in someplace, Doc, right? Right? And then we got Star Strike in the box, which I did have the cartridges, but I kind of wanted to... I wanted the boxes, so I'll put the cartridges in a pile of giveaway stuff. Enclosed cartridges used with Intellivision for color TV viewers only. So, let me ask you guys this. If I only had a black and white TV, you could still see the game, right? Like, even Atari had a switch to differentiate between the two. But, oh yeah, and I also got this in that package, which, oddly enough, I made and sent to him probably with a bunch of other things I'd sent him. So he probably just forgot. Or it's code that I'm not into this. Fuck you. I'm not into this, so I'm sending it back. We wrap this up. And I also showed off some guitar stuff. I have humbucker size P90s here, a full set from a place called Guitar Heads. Seymour Duncan P-rails, and a bunch of switches and potentiometers and basically enough stuff to get the P-rail going. At least that's the idea. That's the idea. So guys, don't forget to come by DJC's channel tonight, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, where you'll see people like me on a panel. Casey, the Intellivision Gamer, he will be there as well, from my understanding. And I don't know who else will be there, but it'll probably be the usual suspects of really rad cats who know a lot more about the Intellivision than I fucking probably ever will. So be sure to slot some time for that. We'll be in the studio. I got my heater in there warming up that. It's like a sunroom. It doesn't have much by way of heat. So I got this little box heater that I got for free. On one of the local groups, free stuff. Do you need anything? That kind of thing. So we'll be in there doing that. But for right now, I need to go to the grocery store and check in on the kid. Oh, excuse me. To make sure she's doing all right, because she came home not feeling too well. So, guys, thank you so much for watching it. I like Trading Places. She rocked. Yeah, dude, I think that was the first time she truly showed off the goods. I had a friend named Jeff whose father lived in New Hampshire, and we used to make his drinks for him. So we would get him all fucked up because he would be all goofy, We'd make the first couple fine, and then after that, we'd just give it about 4 or 5 extra glugs. And at one point, we were watching that, and he says, if you guys don't call me out when she gets fucking naked, you're walking home. Because we were down here in Boston, he was up in New Hampshire. And no lie, we're screaming, her tits are coming out! Titsy. The fucking dude came out with his fucking shorts down. He's all like, oh, I better not have fucking missed it or I'm beating both of you up. Shit all hanging out. Oh, man, the 80s. The shit that parents got away with. But we weren't the type to snitch anyway. It was fun. It was fun watching that guy get loaded and passed out. And then we'd take the car and go somewhere, you know. Sea Battle is great, too. Yeah, Sea Battle is awesome. But requires 2 players, much like Armor Battle. Yeah. Sea Quest is awesome, too, if you never played that. I believe it's called Sea Venture on the Intellivision, the homebrew. I'll talk about that tonight because it's the only one I own. Well, that's not true. I got a couple of ROMs. I got E.T. I have Keystone Cops from Brian's Man Cave. I think I have a couple others. Eventually we'll get some more. Especially since the Sprint is out, and I'll have an easy way of plugging into this and playing Intellivision with Intellivision stuff. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I know it's a weird time, but whenever I have anybody come in here, whether they're lurking in the background or whatever you're doing, I appreciate it. I genuinely do. And I have fun, regardless if we play games, I play my guitar, we look at product, or whether I try to fix something. It doesn't matter. It's just more about hanging out with you guys, honestly. More times than not, I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do. We just so happen to have gotten a package today. And since I already did a couple videos, let's do it on the live stream. So, guys, wherever in the world you are, I hope you're fucking doing well. And until next time, take care. Creep it real.